And do you work tomorrow too, or?
No, I just try to catch up on hours on Saturdays because I
Oh, I see.
go to school.
Okay, good. There you are. And yeah, make sure you're comfortable and everything, and you can kind of adjust this as you want and need. Um, oh, hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me out there? This should be working. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me out there? It's coming through pretty loud. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. I am pleased to be sitting here with Koo Qua.
Yay, yay.
How are you?
Chilling, chilling, man.
Let me turn that off now that I know we have sound. We are live and direct coming to you from Mess Lab Manufacturing,
Woo!
and yeah, I'm pleased to have the one and only Koo Qua, born and raised in Aurora. Is that
Yep,
correct?
that is correct, the Mundo.
Okay, so I don't know. I guess I just got to start asking. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Who are you?
My name is Koo Qua,
Mm-hmm.
like you said.
Okay.
Born in the A. Just kidding. I was born in Aurora, Colorado, off of around Billings and Colfax area.
Okay.
Went to Hinckley High School, graduated from there in '05.
Okay.
I'm a Metro student now, getting my bachelor's in fine arts.
Nice.
All my homies and the people I did music with, all went to school with me, most likely. Or generally, we all went to school together. Albie Swishies and Lady Low Key. Those are the main ones that we jumped in head first, and then we got Foolish. We got Albert's brother Greedy. He does dancing. He danced with a solid confidence.
What
All
is
of our
Solid Confidence? What is it?
That's a dance group.
Local?
Yeah, they were out at the time that we all were starting to do our thing. They got a chance to be on 106 in Park when that was.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, I mean, that's who I am for the intermediate. But yeah, I rep the city, do things for the ladies out here. Last year, 2015, I won the Westward and the 5280 award.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm also nominated this year for one of the Indie Awards in 4 different categories. So I'm gonna need everybody's votes out there. Vote for me. Yeah, I got some projects out. I got about like 9, 10 projects out now. That's one full, and then like 9 like mixtape type of joints.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You sound busy.
I am with school and then music and life. But yeah, that's who I am. I'm Koo Qua, vicious Mrs. Queen of the City.
Well, that's a lot to unpack. Okay, so let's start with you are about to get a degree in fine arts. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, so what have you been studying? What have you been doing?
Bachelor's in fine arts. I just draw. I started drawing when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
I was blessed to get into school with that angle, or that as my main point, because without that, I don't think many people would be successful. You got to go into school for something. And my mom, I was blessed that she put me in school for art. She saw that I drew a lot of pictures, and I started drawing pictures for real for like all my life.
Okay.
I'm about to be, I am a senior, so I'm about to graduate pretty soon. I got
Okay.
like 20 credits left. Music is a part of our family. We've done all of that.
You grew up. I mean, you've been doing music since you were a
My
kid.
mom sings, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad used to want to like rap and like do a b-boy, like all this stuff. But yeah, with school, that's where I'm at. My mom has degrees. My grandma got degrees. Like, so we in school. Like, our family's about school.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Getting an education.
And grad school. Will you go on and do that, or what's?
I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but
Okay.
I definitely know what I want to be when I grow up, and it has to deal with computers. Rather, it's like engineering or I don't know, analysis, or I don't know, but I want to do computer stuff.
And what exactly? Like computer?
I like fixing them and helping people.
Oh.
Fix them. I like helping people with their computer issues.
Oh, really? Are you good at that?
I'm awesome at it.
Oh.
And then I have
self-taught then too?
Pretty much. I used to work at an elementary school, and I was doing an after-school program called the Dell Techno program.
Okay.
And I used to help kids learn how to take apart, disassemble a Dell desktop, and reassemble it. And they would learn about parts. And at the end, if it worked, they got to keep the computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was so fun.
That's a pretty cool program.
So yeah, I did that, and I used to work for Denver Public Schools for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Before I had got to working through other jobs and getting serious with school and music. But yeah, that was a good fun time, and I liked that part because I guess computers, like, people don't like them sometimes. And
yeah.
So I actually love it because it's always a way to get around whatever's not letting you do something.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's what I like. That's what I want to do.
So, all right. Well, let's talk about this music career and yours, specifically. So, have you always had the name Koo Qua?
Yep. I started out that name. Got that name when I was younger through my family.
Just a nickname, or what was
Yeah, I mean my real name's Naquasia.
Yep.
So me being cool growing up, Koo Qua was the name.
That was it.
And that's how I got it. Yeah, I used to have like hoodies and custom gear when I was younger. My dad was really who pushed the names because his name's like Ice Tray, and I'm.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we used to have so much fun.
Ice Tray.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's dope. But shout out to my pops, and my whole fam. But I used to have this hoodie, and it was Koo Qua since I was like 10 years old. Until, hey, I'm here. It worked. Same. I'm cool. So it's never went nowhere.
How is it? Do you feel a lot of support from the city?
At this time, yeah. But
Yeah.
I think I worked really hard to, I guess, receive the recognition that I get.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, there's way more work that needs to be done to get whatever more that I want.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think I appreciate everybody. And then, of course, I'm sure they appreciate me too. But I like the love that I get and the love that I give because I think it's a two-way street. Some people don't think that. But, yes, two-way street. They show me love, and I give it back. A lot of people out there got shirts and gear or, some music or opportunities or whatever. Like, I never hold back on my love.
And one thing I want to talk about a little bit is opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel that there is a lot of opportunity here? Do you feel, yeah.
To be honest, I'm gonna be so 100
Yeah,
on
please.
this one. Let's be 1,000
Mm-hmm.
because I got a song that's called "Keep It 1,000." No, I'm just kidding. But no, for real, no. There's not many easy, accessible, urban hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
rap opportunities to gravitate to that easily get you some type of incentive, or like a lot of people really want to get into the game to get something out of it, and that's probably not a good way to start.
Yeah.
In music.
Yeah.
So the opportunities, definitely, they're out here. There's a lot of show opportunities,
Okay.
or performance opportunities. There's a lot of collaboration opportunities and music and productions, and there's a lot of opportunities. But when it comes to industry or career-based music opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have many like obvious hubs or obvious opportunities. No, I haven't seen that. And if I have seen it and it went over my head, that was because I probably wasn't pinpointing on me being into the music as hard as others are, I should say. A lot of other people take it way more serious than others too. So their opportunities come faster or better or whatever, I think it has to deal with the people. Because there's other people that go away from home and bring opportunities back because they now have a network connection. So that's why they always push network. But it's about definitely getting out there, better foot forward, and trying to create. If there isn't anything, you got to create it, kind of, make a lane. But yeah, I think there's some opportunity. It's a 60-40.
Okay.
I call it that because there's 60% of local opportunity, and then there's like a 40, maybe 30% of like an actual industry or league opportunity, and then that minute opportunity of like, no, there's nothing there. So there's stuff there. So how to tap in, it's always been the biggest formulated trivial trigonometry like those hard ones. That's the biggest one. It's like, yo, how we tap in.
Right.
But come to find out, playing the games that we've been playing as music artists that want to play the part, to be into the position, to break through the walls, it's a lot of financial stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People got to get their money right. And that's one thing no one talks about.
And so some specifics for anybody that might be listening that is trying to figure this puzzle out. Who needs to get the money right?
This would be from my personal perspective.
Of course.
Personally, everyone needs to have their money correct within their own personal life first.
Okay.
Then you understand the business side of things. Because if you don't understand how your personal money works and how you can generate money, then you won't know how your business will. And that's just how I've seen it and learned it throughout me doing my trials and tribulations.
And that's where that comes from. You weren't taught that. It was trial and error.
It was a trial and error, and then later research, and then finding out things. It was definitely a DIY. I definitely went in and did it all myself. Mm-hmm. But I haven't had a music mentor. I don't have that. I don't have a manager or management team.
Okay.
We all work together as a group. But I was thankful that I was nominated for the Westward and the 5280 Awards, because that birthed more of my ambition to go harder, to try to find, if there's accolades, then I must get them. It's more of a, going to the top. If you build it, they will come type of thing. Mm-hmm. And I had that opportunity, so I ran with it. Shout out to all the chicks that told me I was even nominated, because there's times I didn't even know.
Oh, wow.
But they were nominated. It was like, did you see your name? I'm like, no. Oh, thank you. Like, thank y'all. Straight up, like, anybody, if they out there, shout out to D-Girl, shout out to Bianca. These is the ladies that were telling me, like, your name's in the paper.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, that's dope. So shout out to those that batted for me to get my name in there, because I don't know these people. And if I do know them, they're like, okay, that was me. And shout out to Antonio, because he has batted for me. Shout out to Rue. She's batted for me. But there's other people out there that really just like how I get down, and from afar they just throw my name in the hat. So I'll be thankful for those people, because I gotta keep it like that.
That's right.
But yeah, it's about trying to get the monies. Everyone has to get the monies. There's brackets out there. There's these other things we just don't know. We don't have any conferences here at our feet like we should. I think like Kelly and Atlanta, they have these workshops.
Okay.
All artists need to get their ASCAP and their BMI and their CSAP.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So maybe something like that, a conference here, a regional kind of thing, instead of having to travel, You know, because probably New York, L.A.,
Yeah.
Atlanta has
They do all
these
the time.
conferences.
And
Yeah.
then those that are dead serious about taking their music career seriously, they know about these things.
Right. Yeah.
And then they play the game. You got to play the game. You
That's
got to
right.
get to the game. You got to play the game and keep going. But knowledge is power in the game. Because if you don't know how to do things,
yeah, you're just kind of running around in circles.
Yeah, chicken with the head cut off. There's a lot of us out here. They learn from others. A lot of people learned it and was okay with what they learned and left it at that. Not a lot of people learned and wanted to learn the right way and then put it back out there the right way. That was one of my biggest goals. I did not want to be the one that learned it and learned it like whack or halfway. I wanted to learn it and learn it to the fullest and then learn it the right way and then learn it to where I can share it so no one feels like they were dudded, you know? It's like no one wanted to be the guinea pig. But we always were like, oh, I'll do it. But with a guinea pig attitude, like, yo, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it for me first, and then I'll show you if it work, and then I'll show you what don't work for me. And then, if it works for you, cool. But it's always been fun because that's the way that we look at it. We've always tried to keep a fun attitude because it can get tough. Shows late nights. You get booked, you get bumped off, you get canceled, 5 minutes music cut. Anything can happen.
Right.
Anything. Don't have your music. There was times that I've broken DJs' laptops right before shows. I'm sorry. They got it fixed, but there's times. But you gotta keep going. You gotta keep pushing.
I'm going to be honest. We have met before, but seeing and talking to you right here in person, I mean, and then seeing some of your videos,
totally different. Huh?
It is different. Yeah. Why is it different? And to give a little bit of context, I mean, I don't know how to. I guess I don't know how to put it. I mean, you could just come across as somebody with a harder demeanor. And okay, so how
is that?
How is that? What?
Right. So growth. I think that's my biggest thing because I grew up with a lot of the hoodlums and in the streets. The times that we did grew up drinking and smoking and partying and having a good time, and then after a while, things just get old.
Yeah.
And then you get to a point where you're like, this ain't fun no more. So not everyone allows you to grow through your music, even though you show them that you're growing in real life. So my music still has its own growth in its own lane, while I still hit, my audiences in a different way. It's the content that I rap about still has a different feel, but I'm talking about some totally different stuff. So that's what I appreciate when those that can listen understand that I'm growing in my music. Can still be street related or realistic, but like you said, my demeanor is straightforward because it's authentic because that's how it's always been.
Okay.
But on a one-on-one, I've grown to learn a lot. And then the mentality I have now is you just got to keep growing. You can't stop growing. It never stops.
I think that's so important too.
And then how I am now before it was, real gangsta. That's just how we grew up. We grew up gangsta, listening to gangsta rap, gangsta music, G-Funk, Warren, all West Coast stuff, pretty much. And then now I've grown to learn more and expand my horizons more. I've gotten a feel of all coasts of music, different regions of music, overseas music. Then I'm getting more into my hip-hop core elements. When you really get into your own zone, you're birthed into this new person. And no one else can see that but you, because then you're only expressing it through the music. Or on a one-on-one when we get interviews. And then, you could ask good questions so you get good answers. But not everybody does that. But it's straight up. It's always a way that I've always brought my persona as authentic as I could.
Okay.
Because with the content, I've never liked to lie about nothing. It's ridiculous, the lies. People call them manifestations. There's difference between manifestations and lies.
And so what are you talking about, lies?
Statements of content. Yeah,
go ahead.
Stating it the big cars, big wheels.
Yeah.
Those are ways that you could manifest, or there's ways that you could be lying about it. There's ways that people be like, "Yo, this is what I got. I got this and that," and you're like, "No, you don't." Yeah. Or you can make a song like "Gold Chains," like I did, and it was a celebratory song about clinking bottles and gold chains. So it's your perception. You know, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
But that beat knock, like the new joints, you know, my lyrics is on point, and then of course the video was a good one. But yeah, I haven't done no shoot 'em up bang bang music. I haven't done no twerking in the club or anything like that. Like my content is just who I am, and they can see that regardless if I got a certain feel, because I got a good producer and engineer.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, my content always matches me. And I like that about me too. Some people can't find themselves. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But that's my one thing. Can't be a liar. No lies.
That's cool.
Not good.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about some of the work that you have done. And so, I mean, you've got a pretty good body of work. You've worked with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Talk about some of that.
Well, like I said, I got like nine or 10 projects out. They're all on Dat Piff. Majority of my songs are on my Reverb Nation.
Okay. And what was the first one you said?
Dat Piff.
Dat Piff.
Yeah, it's actually where everyone gets a lot of their mixtapes and stuff.
Okay.
A lot of the internet heads know about Dat Piff. Dat Piff was popping when SoundCloud was not.
Okay.
Popping. And Dat Piff still does pop, but there's sponsorship, opportunities, and Hot New Hip Hop or other websites that look out for locals that are doing their thing, trying to put out their music to the masses. DATPIFF.com.
I was wondering. Okay, thank you.
DATPIFF.com.
Okay.
Yeah, my stuff's on there. I got music on SoundCloud. The Reverb Nation, that's another good platform people should be on. Where else do I have music? iTunes.
Okay.
You know, the regular good old stuff with Amazon, Google Play, Spotify.
And how, for people that don't know, and I don't actually know, I mean, how do you get your music? Yeah, how is it on all these platforms?
Well, from the tippy top, people have definitely got to get their music. Like, you have to have your ASCAP. You got to have your BMI or your CSEC. Some people don't know that, but that's the first step of taking your music career seriously.
Okay.
Is when you register and become a member, and you get a ASCAP or BMI membership or CSEC. No, not a lot of people use CSEC, but you can only be a member of one. That's your licensing, because your copyright people, you know, they help you keep your music protected when it's yours and not anyone else's. Even if it's yours, they're helping you protect it as an artist, because some people do cover songs, and they still can, you know, register their works and get, you know, some type of protection. You have rights out here as an artist,
right? And
these companies help protect us as artists and our rights.
And then you are a member of
ASCAP.
ASCAP, okay.
I'm an ASCAP member since 2009.
Oh, okay.
2007 or something like that, when I first kind of started my music.
And ASCAP, American Society of Composers and Producers?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Productions or something.
Okay.
Film people can do it too. You know, they have other types of arts or other ways to produce. You know, like you said, producers go through there too, and they get their music copywritten and protected.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the first step.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then the next step would then be to, of course, have your music cleared or, you know, good stuff. If you're going to do music and you want your music to be distributed, you need to have your productions leased or bought. You can't have internet beats or your homie's beats unless he's cool with that, you know. If
right.
they're good, that's fine. But you can't have just a beat you heard, like, you know, Lil Wayne's beat on your...
Yeah, just grab that.
Yeah,
right, it's not going to work.
That. Yeah. They're like, this is Lil Wayne's song. It's not
right.
yours. You're like, well, I got the beat. And they're like, you didn't buy this beat. You didn't even pay to even use it. So that's another thing. Those are legalities. And then the third step is once you have your good music, you know, your music's good, you have the production, it's all sold up, the song sounds good, then you submit it to a company like CD Baby or TuneCore.
Okay.
CD Baby and TuneCore play the biggest middlemen to grabbing to Apple or Spotify or anywhere else. They do all the digital distribution out there for a little of nothing a year or a month. You know, it depends on how you like to pay your bills. I like to pay my bills once a year, so I'm at TuneCore.
I see.
But there's other opportunities with CD Baby that are annual or monthly too. These companies help artists duplicate and distribute their music. You know, whether you want hard copies or you want it on the internet, on iTunes and Spotify and Rhapsody and Google Play and Amazon and Xbox, and there's so many platforms.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting to like, yo, there's so many platforms. People got to get their music on there, but it got to be official.
And you just tell them, okay, it's a check all, and it's distributed wherever they see fit, or can you select and say,
You can.
no, I only want.
You have a lot of choices.
I
It's
see.
a big opportunity if they can get their music on TuneCore or CD Baby.
Okay.
You get to choose your outlets or stores that they're attached to. You could add more, or there's so many opportunities out there, but people got to go out there and actually do it, and they can't do it, the wrong way, or else they're gonna be one step behind.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to do it that same little way. Once they can put out one song as a single.
Sure.
$10 or $12. I don't know the exact price, but for a yearly or monthly amount of $10, I get my songs out there on iTunes, and you get streaming rights, or you get some money back, and they look out for you.
Well, and that was going to be my next question. So, do you see a return then?
Mm-hmm. You definitely see a return. I mean, depending on how hard you push your music, or how hard you get advertisement, or you get, you got to have your music out there along the masses so people can stream and buy it. So that's another reason why you have to make sure you network and communicate with other people in other states and other countries and everywhere. Find a way to promote your music, because you want other people to listen to it so you can gain more opportunities of incentives and royalties. If you're not pushing it, or if they're not listening, then you ain't getting it. And that's just it. But it's good. That's how the business is now. Some people get one single, and they'll find a way to get it to the right people. Those right people get it to everybody.
Right.
And then everybody gets it to everybody else. And then everybody else gets it to people across the water. So that's really how it works. But it starts there with your music on a big platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking about, or thinking about people accessing your music, what's been your biggest hit, or maybe the biggest success, or the
I like people to get my music from Google Play. Hint, hint. No, I'm kidding. But you can definitely.
Why? Is there a reason that
they have more of a return
okay.
on streaming or buys. But I would like for people to go any and everywhere. I would like for people to like Google my name and look up everywhere they see my name and listen to my music, because there's things out there I don't even know. There's like websites that I didn't even know I was on.
Yeah, that.
Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, let's do it.
Well, speaking of that, before you came over, I was trying to do a little bit of research,
Yeah.
and so put in your name, and there was this big list, and it was a lot of different, SoundCloud or Tune FM or all these things. But then there was also some interesting articles. MTV had this piece.
I've got a profile on there.
So
it's on the beta one.
It was interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm out there.
Yeah,
I'm working really hard. I'm trying really hard. I'm playing the game. I'm on the court. I'm full court, not half court neither. I'm out there. Yeah, I'm doing it all. So I actually like that I have my music out there on SoundCloud. I have my music on YouTube. I got my music on Spotify. I got it. There's iTunes. There's Amazon. There's Google Play. There's Rhapsody. There's Xbox Music. I'm trying to get on these jukeboxes. I've seen that they're giving opportunities where people go to like bar jukeboxes.
Really?
I'm trying to get my music on there.
That's interesting. I'd like to know more about that. Yeah.
We'll work on it. But no, I'm everywhere,
huh.
And I'm on a lot of the platforms. But YouTube is always phone ready. It's mobile compatible.
Right.
Any of the things that are mobile compatible, I'm on Spotify. I'm on SoundCloud. But yeah, I'm out there. They just gotta type me in, KOOQUA. That's my name.
Well, and not only are you doing music, but you're doing merchandise as well.
Yeah.
And so I think you design a lot of your own merchandise. Is that correct?
I do. I definitely design all of my merch. My boy Tim Boots, shout out to Tim Boots Graphics. We have a company together. He does a lot of my graphic arts.
Okay.
So I come with my drawn, my regular fine arts. And then he comes with the graphic arts, and then we put that two together and blow everybody away. So a lot of my first logo is my main logo, my signature one with the eyes, and my name's in the eyes.
Okay, yeah.
That was originally designed by me a long time ago. I was doodling on some stuff, and I have old signature logo with a joint hanging out its mouth. I just changed it, and it got like revamped last year. So the newest one doesn't have the joint on there. So like that was more universal for kids.
Sure.
And more of the elders or anybody.
And you got to think about that stuff these days. Yeah.
So that's my main logo. Tim helped me revamp it by making it look a little more juicier, a little more tighter. And then I came out with the Coolin shirts. I like typography. It's a style where you have words inside of words. And when you look into the words, you see more words.
Mm-hmm.
That's typography. So my Coolin shirts, it's like Koolin, like you're coolin.
Okay.
So it's about us. My name is Koo Qua, but it's Coolin.
Right.
Tim did my typography design digitally. He got my idea. He knew where I was going with it, mocked it up, and he killed it. So that's why he's my guy right there. He could take my thoughts, throw them on a digi. If not, I draw it out. He'll make my drawings come right back out on that screen. I love that guy. Without him, I couldn't do nothing.
And how important is it, for an artist to have merchandise, control merchandise?
Oof, big part.
Okay.
Yeah, because everybody understands the game and thinks the game all their own way, but there's no true formula. But merchandise has always been a thing that people take away from concerts or from the personal events or live events that the artist is performing at. There's times that they just want to support the artist and are unable to make the shows. So that you have to provide your audience and supporters, family and friends, with something they can hold on to, like a treasure or like a trophy, or they have to have their own personal significance through you. So merchandise is that, and then it lasts forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had shirts since I was 12, and I cut them up, or I might move around with them, or poke a hole in it, or but I use them things forever. So I said, that's really where the key is. If you have merchandise, they're going to see you, they're going to see your stuff or something attached to you, and it's going to last for a long time. Yeah. And then if they can't come, they know they're wearing it and still of support of you. So that's where merch comes in. Big part.
Yeah. Somewhere around here, I've got a shirt. Cody Chestnut, you remember him?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he came to town. I mean, it's 3 or 4 years ago, but saw him downtown. It was a free show, and but bought the shirt, and then he was signing him. So, and it just
big.
Means so much to me, and because I loved him, and he kind of had that weird career that and so it was it means a lot to me.
But that's the same thing. I mean, when artists even take the time to sign their t-shirts. It's about really feeling like you are who you are. There was times I didn't sign my T-shirts, but nowadays I will sign you guys. If you bring your T-shirts to me, bring the marker too. I'll sign it. I'll sign the shirt. Before I didn't give myself enough credit, or you felt timid or shy. I don't know, but if they ask, you gotta sign it. They love your work. They want it to be personalized. They want to feel like the exclusivity. They want to feel like they signed mine.
Yeah.
When later down the road someone's going to duplicate that or print it off, but when that one's signed, it's the one.
It means a lot when you can make a connection, in any kind of way with, somebody that, that you admire.
It's because I also do art. I'm in school for art, but there's an opportunity to share the two sides of me on one piece of canvas.
Right.
So it's fun.
You want to play a track?
Yeah.
Let these folks know what we're talking about here.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of my newest ones. It's on my SoundCloud. It's on YouTube as well. I just dropped it. I want to say March or so, but the song's called "Caught Up," and everybody should go look for it on SoundCloud and YouTube.
All right. Let her rip.
Yo, growing up, you gon' see so many things. A whole lot of obstacles and the challenges they bring. Reach a certain age and everything's about the cream. And you wonder why we get older, put a price on anything. No healthy food in many years. Body aching constantly. In the midst of it all, you forgot to brush your teeth. On top of that, you probably need glasses to read and see. And you steady talking about who you jocking, who you trying to be. First, stop believing everything you see on TV. Second, double check everything that you read if you believe. Thirdly, don't be the one that everybody think they need. You can mistake their friendship for something hidden greed. Four, stop eating bull, that don't make you feel clean. Keep up on your fruits, veggies, wheat, and your proteins. 5, stack your coins so you can have luxuries. That way you ain't gotta work when you turn 63. Yo, I'm working on the fail-proof formula, straight from Narnia. I just wanna live, love life, and date a foreigner. I'm trying to grow up in good health and have wealth. See, some of us just don't know Be resistant free, grow up positively. Sometimes it's okay just to worry about ME. I don't wanna be the one that didn't get to learn enough. Man, these times are hard and can be rough. Just stay strong, never give up. Don't get caught up, ooh, don't get caught up, please. Don't get caught up, ooh, don't get caught up, don't get caught up, ooh, don't get caught up, please. Don't get caught up, ooh, don't get caught up.
All right. Tell me the name of that track again.
That was Caught Up by Koo Qua, and you can find that on. Oh, that was an accident. You can find that on SoundCloud and YouTube. So that one song was funny, like it played, but yeah, that's Caught Up. SoundCloud, YouTube, look me up, KOOQUA. Yeah, that song's dope.
So what's the plans then? So what's, as far as this next year, like what do you got going on as far as, what are you up to?
So, can you keep a secret?
Yeah, I think so.
Just kidding. So no, I'm actually working hard to get my my merch into one of the head shops. I can't tell which one yet. It's a surprise. But I'm trying to get my gear in one of the smoke accessory and head shops out here, one of the main ones. I'm also trying to, or I have linked up with the Queens of Hip Hop. They do a lot of good things around the community out here.
What is that then?
Queens of Hip Hop is a organization, nonprofit that goes out and helps introduce new people or people to music and through hip hop elements. So there's a lot of ladies, but these ladies also have other, people that support them. It's not just, women based. It's not like a feminist group or nothing. But Queens of Hip Hop, they do b-boy and b-girl style stuff. They do a lot of the breaking and dancing stuff.
Okay.
They actually have a lot of artists that's a part of it. But what they do is they're trying to, pull together the community using all four core elements of hip hop. So these Queens of Hip Hop ladies have, came together, and we all come together and work together on being a part of different groups and dance activities and events and festivals to introduce what we do and how we empower the other people in the community. We definitely are like looking out for the kids, we try to do things that are always kid friendly, but it's always available for any and everybody to link up and do. But if you like dancing, if you like doing art, graffiti, painting, if you like rapping, MCing, the spoken word, or you like DJing, they gotta come mess with us. Yeah. Shout out to Ian at the B-Boy Factory. He looks out for them a lot, because he does a lot of the original hip-hop B-boying. But also, I'm also tied up with a group called Rap Chicks Do Rap Shit. I just got linked up with a chick named Adula. She's from here.
Okay.
Moved out to Atlanta to do her thing. So
okay.
She's living the dream, but she's coming together with these great movements. And I'm a part of 2 dope, great movements. So that's what I'm doing right now for this year, is pushing the movements that I am a part of, because I believe that everybody has an opportunity to be a part of great things. And it's just not about like just music. It's about you doing your part, but also giving back to your community and finding a way to do that in a bigger way, so you can influence the youngsters and other people to do good too. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing and doing my goodness for this whole year. So yeah, a lot of people got to get into the volunteer thing. It's actually dope.
It's I love it. I love volunteering. Yeah. It's for me. It's like, that feeling of like getting this new experience, but without all the paperwork, and so I got 8 hours to, give somebody else to do something. You learn something.
When I first met the Queens, I was blown away. I was at a show, Antonio, and shout out to Kyle Sutherland. He had looked out for me. I was a part of the hip hop congress for our school for Metro. Kyle looked out. He was like, "Yo, you gotta come to this show. Book me for the show." That's where I met Lily Fangs. I met another chick named Jillian. Shout out to Alicia B. She's always been my DJ. And then Bianca's always done these shows too. But this was like the 6th, I think, annual Queens of Hip Hop event. And it was at an art gallery down there on Santa Fe. So I walk in, and, they're battling. They're doing all their B-boy, B-girl stuff. They're Bonnie and Clyde. They're footworking. And I'm like, yo, what is this? So I walk up. I'm like, yo, I got to go on. I know I'm part of the performance. This was when I was still kind of fresh in the game, So I didn't have my really good content for younger people just yet. And I was like, oh, I hope I can curse a little. And those are times it was like, it is there, but it's like, probably don't go too vulgar. So I was on point with that. After I got off stage, everybody performed. The whole spot started like dancing. It was just a whole dance party. Everybody was dancing. Yo, they was doing the booty bump. Like the whole...
What is the booty bump?
When you hit them with like 70s style. Yeah, it was groovy up in there, man. And that blew me away because I was like, they took it back. And this is like where hip hop really is when you can take your old school stuff and the new school stuff and everybody come together and just throw it out there and everybody just have a big party. But yeah, it's like, it blew me away. So I immediately got attached because I remember when I was a kid with my aunt and my grandma or my mom, and we booty bump and they show us like old dances. I'm like, what is that? But it felt like that right then and there. It just brought me back. So my soul and my heart was spoken to. Just linking up with the Queens of Hip Hop and what they do for the community. So that's why I was like, yo, I gotta get in this.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. They always have like fun events, free events, painting events. They have all kinds of things. So like, if you see anything with the Queens of Hip Hop, know I am involved. Okay. Most likely trying to and will be there, or trying to show other people that they need to come. Okay. Because they're so dope, so dope. But yeah, that's what I'm doing for this whole year, holding it down for the Queens and the rap chicks. Because I just put out the first Colorado all-lady MC cipher.
Oh, that's right.
Ladies ain't never had no cipher, and nobody was like batting for us for a while. That was kind of whack, It's like, ladies do exist. And we are here, and we do these rap things too, So that's how it is with the rap chicks do rap shit. We speaking a little more. We got some bass in our voice when it comes to that movement. We come in hard. We usually do, but they knowing it now. It's different. It's fun, but they know it now. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's fun. Never stop having fun.
Well, here's the thing. I think we're getting this feedback, in some kind of weird way, and so we'll just have you back.
Yeah, you gotta have me back.
And then we'll also show off the merch and everything. I'm so sorry. We could have talked for a long time, but I can't. I'm not sure.
But no, that's good.
Where
it's good to learn.
Technically, I'm kind of at a loss, and
that's all right. They still heard every word.
They heard what was going on. I really appreciate you coming by
I had a good time,
today, and
you had great questions and good info.
Yeah, I'm a curious person, and I just. In this life, it's like, people look at you funny if you just start asking them questions, right? Yeah. Well, why are you asking me this? And what do you want to know that
they're
for?
So standoffish.
So I don't know. It's funny that we have to have a show like this to
feel the engagement. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it counts and it's valid. Other people probably don't feel the personal effect when they're out everywhere else. And, you feel like you're probably not getting paid attention to on platforms like this.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
They listen.
So,
they listen. But that's what's good. I like it. I appreciate it.
Well, and I appreciate you coming through. And like I said, we'll just have you back real soon. Yeah. And after we get this part figured out. But thank you so much for coming by. And, we'll just do it again.
Yep. Shout out to Austin. Shout out to the labs. We up in here.
Thank you very much.
All right, peace out, y'all.
This will be interesting to see what's up.
But not that'd be dope.